Good morning. My name is John, Daddy of Son, and I have always loved listening to stories that connect everyday life with the quiet wonders of nature. One evening, I remembered a story my father once told me about the sun setting over the sea and how the creatures of the ocean prepare for sleep. The sun was slowly sinking toward the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange, pink, and purple. Its golden reflection stretched across the waves, shimmering and fading, as if the sea itself were breathing a sigh. I sat on the soft sand beside my father, my small hands clutching a bucket I had brought for collecting seashells, but I barely noticed it. My eyes were fixed on the vast ocean before me, and my father's calm voice began to fill the quiet evening. "Look at the sun, Michael," he said softly. "Do you see how it's saying goodbye for the day? Just as the sun rests, so do all the creatures of the ocean." I tilted my head, curious. "The sea creatures rest too?" I asked, squinting at the distant horizon. "Yes," my father nodded, smiling. "Every creature has its rhythm, its own time for work and play, and its own time for rest. The crabs scuttle under the sand, the little fish hide among the coral, and even the dolphins return to quieter waters. The sun setting tells them it's time to sleep, just like it tells us it's time to rest after a long day." I watched the waves lap gently at the shore. "What about the big fish?" I asked. "And the sharks?" "They sleep too," he said, his eyes twinkling. "Not like we do in beds, of course, but they slow down, they drift, they float, they rest their energy. The ocean has its own way of keeping everything alive and balanced. Just as humans need sleep, the sea needs its creatures to rest too, so that tomorrow they can swim, hunt, and explore again." As he spoke, I imagined the underwater world. Tiny fish slipping into coral nooks, crabs pulling themselves beneath soft sand, and even a curious turtle curling into a quiet corner of the reef. The colors of the sunset above mirrored the coral below, the soft pinks, fiery oranges, and deep purples blending together like a painting. I could almost hear the lullaby of the ocean in the rhythm of the waves. "Do the animals dream?" I asked, my voice barely above the whisper of the wind. "Maybe they do," he said. "Maybe the dolphins leap in dreams over endless waves. Maybe the crabs explore tunnels beneath the sand. Or maybe they just rest peacefully, enjoying the quiet, just like we do when we close our eyes." I imagined a small fish curling up in the shadow of a seaweed forest, a crab tucking itself into the sand, and a jellyfish floating lazily with its long, delicate tendrils drifting in the gentle current. My father's voice guided me deeper into this world, filling my mind with images that were both calm and magical. "The ocean never truly sleeps," he continued, "but its creatures do. And when the sun rises again, everything awakens. The fish dart, the crabs scuttle, and the dolphins play. Nature works in cycles, and every evening is a reminder that rest is just as important as action." The sun had nearly disappeared now, leaving a trail of glowing light across the water. A cool breeze swept over the sand, and the first stars began to twinkle in the deepening sky. My father put his hand on my shoulder, and I leaned against him, feeling safe and warm. "Remember this, Michael," he said. "Every living thing has its own time to rest. Watching the ocean at sunset teaches us to slow down, to appreciate the quiet, and to respect the rhythms of life." I closed my eyes briefly and could almost hear the soft splashes of the underwater world, the gentle rustling of fins, the creaking of shells moving under the sand. I thought about how small I was in comparison to the vast sea, and yet how connected I felt part of a world where everything had its place and its time. When the last of the sun's light faded, my father stood and extended his hand. "Come on, Michael. It's time to head home. The ocean will be here tomorrow just as it always is." I took his hand, my heart full of the magic of the evening. Even as we walked back up the beach, the images of sleeping fish, hiding crabs, and drifting dolphins stayed with me. That night, I slept peacefully, dreaming of the sea and the gentle world beneath the waves, knowing that tomorrow I, too, would rise with the sun, just like the creatures of the ocean.